Another beautiful piece from Aran Crafts, which have been popular already all throughout our morning. Frankly, anytime we talk about any of the cardigans, the vests, the sweaters in our show, we can tell already a lot of you have circled this date on your calendar and are tuning in to pick up your beautiful sweaters, and this is one of them. This has to be, well, it's right here. I was going to say, this has to be one of the lowest price items sweater-wise in our show. One of the most affordable Irish sweaters of the entire day. Most affordable meaning lowest price.
I think it's what we call it, the classic Irish sweater.
It's
as well.
and that's what's beautiful about it, is that it's one of the most affordable, but it really encapsulates Irish sweater. When I say that, likely something like this is what you're thinking of. And on top of that, we've got easy pay of $26.12 for one day, only day this month. And because we have multiple colors, we'll take you through to start.
Sure.
And then Barry will tour you, because of course there's always a tour involved because there's so much going on, and that's a good thing. Here it is in natural. And then we have light coral. Again, you're simply not going to see a color range like this anywhere, even in Ireland. Then we've got the pale pink, leaf green, light mint green. We've not seen a color like this throughout the show yet. Spring lilac, true turquoise, then pale blue in large only, and red in medium only. And what has been happening throughout the entire morning, anytime I talk about these more limited ones, boop, boop,
Out the door,
boop,
out the door.
out the door, out the door, out the door. So when we talk about this as the most traditional Irish sweater, what do we mean?
If you were thinking of like the very classical Irish cardigan or button sweater, this is really what I think most people think of. This is the sort of one that they would have maybe stolen off a relative, would have stolen off their boyfriend. It's that kind of comfortable, keep your hands snug kind of boyfriend style cardigan.
Yeah.
And it's based on a very classical style that we've been making for years. But of course for QVC we've never made them in such a variety of colours as we are this year. And of course it's also in the extra soft merino wool. So it's something that it's coming in with a bit of nip in the air. You want something to snuggle up against. This is.
It's like you're looking forward to the nipping.
It's like your perfect starter one. If you've never had an Aran style sweater or a merino wool sweater, this is a perfect starter piece.
Wonderful.
Because it really encapsulates a lot of the very traditional things that people love about these.
Sure,
these
certainly
garments.
in its silhouette, but then also in its actual, like its anatomy, right?
Yeah. So if we just to talk through this, was the first thing that we said that a lot of the stitches have some meaning behind them. So if you look at this first one along here, this is what we call a fisherman's cable. So this is something that you see it's in a lot of very fashionable knitwear at the moment. What it represents is the tool that the fishermen use to complete these trades. So it's the tools for a job well done and what binds the fisherman and his family together. Mm-hmm. And then if we move across here, this is what we call a honeycomb stitch. So this is to represent the hard work of the honeybee and the sweet reward of a job well done. And I think what we also try to do with these garments is to use these traditional stitches to actually give the garment a certain amount of structure. So by having these long cables here, your eyes are somewhat drawn down, so you're getting a slight elongated silhouette. And what it's also doing is it's giving it kind of a certain structure. So this isn't something that's just going to hang off your shoulders. It hugs where it's supposed to.
And I think that's what you'll see too when you see it on the ladies. Like the hanger does not do them justice. We use that to show you the colors, to give you the tour. Of course, when it's filled out is when you really get a sense of this. And then if you think of more traditional cardigans, I think a lot of us think of getting kind of overwhelmed in them, right? Or feeling kind of like boxed in. But that's not the case with these, because it's that merino wool. It still has a
softness and it has a spring back, and
yes.
it's like getting a hug off your sweater.
Exactly.
It's not going to be like it has something just draped on top of you. It's got structure. It's got a bit of movement to it as well.
And I know some people look and they go, "Oh, wool sweater! Like I'm getting hot just thinking about it." When it's merino wool, we've been referencing it like this throughout the entire morning. It's like climate-controlled apparel.
So merino wool was highly valued because of the very fine nature of its fibers. What it does, it has an amazing ability to regulate body temperature. So it'll keep you warm because of the amount of little air pockets that it keeps inside it. But because it has the ability with the fineness of these fibers to wick water away from your skin, it doesn't get sweaty when you wear it.
Exactly. Yep.
because of the natural oil that's out in the wool, it has a great ability of not being very stain adherent either.
Oh, that's
So it's not something that you have to clean very often. Although we would recommend dry cleaning, this isn't something that's going to need a lot of cleaning.
exactly. And you know, you're wearing this as just gosh, I would argue it's worth its weight, even if you only have it on the back of your office chair and you just pop it on when it's chilly in the office, which for most of us is always, right? Or you keep it with you next to your handbag in your car and you just pop it on when you head into the restaurant. I always try to keep one on hand because everywhere I go is so cold. And it would be worth it just for that investment. But of course, as you see it styled on the gals, you wear it like a topper, you wear it like a blazer. It's a piece of fine fashion. So it really pays for itself over and over again. But how many pieces of apparel can you say could potentially be passed on to people?
And that's one of the beauty things, because you don't have to do this amount of cleaning on them.
Right.
Then they don't wear out.
They don't get worn out from the cleaning.
I suppose even this wool and these types of stitches, they were traditionally work garments that were worn by fishermen on the west coast of Ireland. So what we're doing is like we're getting all of that hard wearing durability we're bringing into a fashion item.
Yeah, I've said it before and I will say it again. It is the lost art of apparel making. Do you know how some of you may live in homes that were built in the 1800s and they withstand storms better than a home that was built yesterday, right? Because they just don't make them like they used to. They do actually make them like they used to. And they're making them today, we just don't see them as often. But that's why they're more treasured than, for a lot of you, any other piece of apparel that you own. So we enjoy Easy Pay today, $26.12. It's the only day this month we'll have that Easy Pay. And as you're shopping throughout the day, price comparing, I will tell you, this is easily one of the most affordable Irish sweaters that you're going to see for the entire day for any of the Rosa Truly hours. So this really is kind of one of the flagship pieces, I would argue. Now, that natural, that kind of ivory color that you see on Colleen is the most popular of all of our color choices. We only have about a minute remaining and a lot of colors to show you. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that again so you can make your choice, lock in your Easy Pay, and then still have 30 days to enjoy it. So yeah, there's the natural. Then we have the light coral, the pale pink. Oh, I think you're really gonna love
beautiful.
that. I love that the buttons match back and everyone. This is the leaf green. Then we have the mint green, one of my favorite colors. Followed by spring lilac. Now we get super limited in your pale blue. Pale blue is at last call. True turquoise. 2 dozen remain. And then the red. Oh, small and medium in the turquoise, and the red is gone. The red is completely sold out. $26.11 to bring it home. A200715. Barry, again, thank you so much.
No, it's a
we'll see
pleasure
you
as
later
always.
on in the day. Now, in case you missed it, we started with 700